Before we get started, I wanted to mention the version of Sweet Memories by Dave Seddon, also known as Shaky 1047. This is the version that I sort of copied, and although I changed it around. And you should do a search for Shaky 1047 on YouTube and listen to that as well as all his other recordings. And the other one you should do a search for is Sweet Memories, Time Jumpers, because this is beautiful vocal by Don Sears and beautiful steel break by John Huey. We'll spend a moment on the chart for Sweet Memories. The verse is pretty straightforward, but chorus is a little unusual. The intro is just G, D7, G, G, just a 1-5-1-1 intro. Then the verse starts on G, and then the G7th leading to the C for two measures, and then two measures of D7th, then a split measure there. It's the third measure of the second line, and it says A minor slash D7th, and so two beats each, and back to the G. And then the third line is just like the first line, G, G7, C, C. The last is C minor, or C, A minor, and then G, then D7th G, and then this extra measure of G. Don't let that throw you. Chorus starts on the 5 chord for two measures, D, D7th, then back to G. And then the beautiful part of the song, which goes to the 3 chord for two measures, then to the 6 minor, which is E minor, and then A, which is the 2 chord. And then you get back to the original form of the song, which is that last line, which is just like the last line of the verse and the intro, G, D7th, G, G. Mentioned that Dave Seddon's version has a tag ending where he plays that last line again, but he puts a C-sharp diminished chord before it, which is real neat. And then also his last part before the ending has a E-flat, C minor, G ending, which is very nice. So before we tackle the intro to Sweet Memories, let's just do a little review. By the way, this is a 12-string guitar, but we're only going to use the 10 top strings, which is the E9th part of this tuning, so don't be concerned. Let's review, we're going to be playing in the key of G. Let's review the G positions. 3rd fret open. We skip the 7th string. You can play the rest of those. And these two top strings are also part of the scale. They aren't part of the chord, but we're going to be using those. And people always want to know about the first 2 strings. What are they for? Well, they're notes in the scale, but they also harmonize with each other if you get your guitar tuned right. And they're part of a 5 chord, especially if you put the 5th string in there. You can also use the 7th. So we're going to use these in the intro. But also, besides this open position, we have one at the 10th, pedals down, A and B pedals down. We have one at the 6th fret with the E's raised, which is I call it the F lever, and the A pedal. Okay, so. And then go back to, let off the pedals and lower the E's, and you have another position. And that's really identical to this 6th. It's in tune. They're the same, but you use them in different ways. So, all right, back to the intro. We're going to do just side-by-side strings for harmonies on the intro on the one chord. That's 5 and 6, 4 and 5, then jump up to 1 and 2, and then back to 3 and 4. So you phrase it however you want, real simple, or just change it up a little bit. And then we're going to go to the D7th chord. So we want to use a D7th position. Now this is D at D, which is no pedals. At the 10th, we're going to go back 2 frets, add the A pedal, and that's a D7th position. It's also an A minor chord. And the 2-5 progression, which is very common, the 2 minor 5 is the reason why that works. So here we are, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to just slide it back to the pedals down position at 5. And keep going down to 3. Now we're going to need this note here. You can just lower the 4th string, then back up, and then let the pedals off. And if you didn't lower that, you could also hit the 2nd string instead. And then the little tag ending on that is played on 4, 5, and 6, and you hit the 5th string, and then I lower the 6th whole tone, and hit the 4th string again, and then let it off. You've got to mute the 7th string, otherwise it's going to start ringing because it's the same note and it's going to sound weird. Hear that? You can get rid of it. If you don't lower the 6th string, then you can just B pedal on the 6th string, and that sounds good too.